Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing the Juno challenge. If you don't know what this is, it is all based on this little guy. This is the Juno & Co. Velvet Face Sponge. And they recently challenged people to do their entire face using only this as a tool. So anywhere on your face that you would normally use a sponge or a brush or a tool of some sort, you use this instead. So today that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing the Juno Sponge Challenge, and I challenge you to do it as well. I will link all the details on the contest and the prizes down below. So if you're curious to see how this turns out, then just keep watching. Okay, so I've used this one time before, and it helps you get a lot more out of your product as far as foundation goes, but I've never tried it with any other face products. So today should be interesting. So we're going to start off with the eyes. That way if they end up horribly, then I can start over. I think what I want to do is just kind of go in with an all-over concealer just so that I have a blank canvas to start with. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, now for the interesting part, what product to go into next. Okay, now I would normally set my primer with like a loose powder, so I will do that. I'm just going to dip into my Maybelline Fit Me powder. Okay, so my eyes are prepped for product. Now I just have to decide what product to use. In front of me I have a paint pot, a Revlon colorstay, I have some glazen eyeglosses from Butter London, I have a dark black shadow from L'Oreal. I just don't know what's going to work. So I think I want to go into this Revlon colorstay. It's like a peachy shade, and kind of put that around the crease area. Okay, so that's kind of giving me like a nice warmth to the outer portion of my eye. Just trying to build it up a little bit over here. Okay, so that's a good start. You probably can't see it much on camera, but it is working. Next, I think I'm going to go into the glazen eye gloss in the shade Icing and tap that on the outer portion of my lid. Okay, so far so good. And then I really want to go into this MAC Bare Study. It's like a beautiful kind of goldy peach shade on the inner corner. This is a bit more of a stiffer formula, so I don't know how this is going to work. So far so good. I feel like I need a little bit more of like a brownish shade, so let me go in and grab Icing. And I'm actually going to use my finger and tap it because that's not really a tool. That's part of the body. I'm going to go back in with Bare Study with my finger as well and see if I can just clean up the inner corner here. Now it's time to dive into the face. So today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin foundation. Okay, so not even a pump will do most of your face with this sponge, which is the plus side of using this. I'm just spraying it with a little bit of Wet n Wild primer water. Okay, and then for concealer, we're going to do the Tarte Shape Tape, a little bit under the eyes, around the nose. And I'm continuing on with the Juno sponge. Okay, cream products are on. Now let's go with contour, highlights, and blush. For contour, I'm going to use a combination of the Tyra Sculpt in a Stick and the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shape Stick. This one's very dark, this one's pretty cool tone, so I use a combination of both generally. And then my sculpt stick, which I use quite often with a sponge. Next up, I have a nice pinky blush. This one is Pink Lotus from Merle. I'm going to use the side of my sponge for this one. A little bit on my forehead here. Because when I powder lightly, things do kind of lessen a bit. All right, next we have the Spotlight Primer or Highlighter from Physicians Formula. I like to pump this one on the back of my hand and then put it on, because it always comes out in a large dollop, which you don't need that much. You need the tiniest, tiniest amount. We have foundation, we have contour, we have blush, we have highlight. I do want to set a little bit under the eyes, so I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me powder in shade 05 under the eyes to kind of brighten just a little bit and set, just so it doesn't move. All right, so let's see here. Do we need more bronzing? I think I want to bronze up just a little bit more with my Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D. I'm just going to go into this brown powder just along the hairline here, because I feel like I don't have quite enough. So the face is pretty much done. Now let's finish up the eyes. I think that I'm going to go back into that Revlon matte shade and just kind of smudge it along the lower lash line. I can always use a liner since that is not a tool, that is a cosmetic product. So I think that's all I'm going to do for the eyes. I'm going to add a little eyeliner, which does not require tools, mascara, lips, and brows, which none of those require any tools, just the product itself. So I will be right back. Okay, so this is the way that my makeup turned out using only the Juno Velvet Sponge. Of course, I did apply my brows with my brow pencil. I applied my mascara with my mascara wands. I applied my lip products with the product. I don't use separate tools. So I am pretty happy with the way it turned out. The eye makeup is looking a little thick right now just because I wasn't able to control how thick of a layer I was applying on the lids. But otherwise, I think it turned out really nicely. My skin is nice and glowy. I did end up going in with a little bit of this ombre highlighting trio from Mally. There is a cream product right here. So I dipped into this cream product and then dipped into these two powders with my sponge to add a little bit more of a glow to my cheeks. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think that my makeup turned out all right considering I only used one tool? Will you guys be doing this challenge? I hope you do. I believe it ends November 23rd. All the details on the challenge and the prizes, as I mentioned, will be down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this Juno & Co. Velvet Sponge Challenge video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.